Hi guys, it is time to move on in our electrostatics and electric currents unit. So we just finished our mini unit review on energy, and so now we are moving into electrostatics. Now we have one objective for electrostatics, but it's got three parts. So we need to be able to describe electrostatics, which is static electricity. We need to understand the concept of charge, and you need to know how digital sensors work. And a digital sensor is basically anything with a touch screen, like a tablet, and even digital cameras. So just like before, we have our essential questions, our resources, and our labs and activities. Let's start with essential questions. So for essential questions this time around, there are 13 essential questions and several words to know. Remember, as you're writing your answers to the essential questions, it's important that you highlight the words to know as you use them. Building a glossary as you go along is also a good idea for these words to know because you will see them again on the assessment at the end of the unit. Make sure that you're answering and numbering your questions in your notebook so when we do notebook checks, you can answer the questions appropriately. Our resources. So as usual, we start with our textbook resources. This is the one that we refer to as Blue Lightning, okay? We also have this one, which is available in the classroom. And then Red Penguin, okay? Also, I'll have available for you. There are also some other classroom resources. We have a document here that has some great information in it about what static electricity is. We have a slideshow or a PowerPoint, if you will, that has some great definitions that'll help you answer some of those essential questions. Moving along, we have different websites. We have our usual websites of BBC Bite Size as well as CK12. We have this one right here, which is Mysteries of Science. It does give some information on static electricity and has some cute pictures of people with the static electricity. When we go to the TED Ed website, it's not just the video that you need to watch. You need to also click the tabs for watch, think, and dig deeper because some of the answers to your essential questions are embedded into that. There's also a physics for kids as well as a Socratic website that has some ideas and answers about what those different laws are and how they work. If you move on down farther, that you'll see some videos about static electricity. There's the one with the blue background, which we know is made by MyGCSE, which will have information presented in a way that it might appear again at your end of level 9 exam or end of 8th grade exam for Cambridge. So make sure that you watch this one and understand its concepts. Moving on, we also have our labs and activities. Now there is a traditional lab for this unit. It's just not on the website. It'll be presented to you when the time is right. So we're going to do the labs and activities a little bit differently this time to make sure that you're using your time wisely. We have this first one, which is by PhET. You can see that right there. Remember with PhET, sometimes you have to download Java or it'll ask you to download Java. Click through it. If you're not sure, ask a friend or ask me for help. We'll get you get your simulations loaded. You'll notice that there's an assignment with this one. Please make sure you read all 4 of those questions because there are multiple parts to each of those questions and answer those in your notebook because these will be part of the notebook check. And if you don't do them properly, you're going to really struggle with getting that notebook check done. This one should probably take you maybe a half an hour if you're really focused on it. This one is a little more intense. It's using the idea of positive and negative charges pushing and pulling on other things. It's like table hockey. This one can take you a little bit longer because you have to try to make those goals. Do not spend more than 1 class period on this. Once you figured it out, move on. And again, there is an assignment, so please make sure you're answering that in your notebook. I've also included some tips to make it work a little bit easier. The last 2 simulations do not have assignments for them. We have this one, which is just kind of a review of how positive and negative charges push and pull and their field of charge and things like that. Using that to review and to be able to answer some of those essential questions, it might be helpful to visit this particular simulation. This one is just for fun. You get to give John Travolta a little shock. Don't spend more than 5 minutes on it. It's just if you've never gotten electric shock, it kind of visually explains it to you, but it shouldn't take you more than 5 minutes. So that is our unit in a nutshell. If you have any questions, remember you have lots of resources, not just, you know, the people that you sit with in the classroom that can help you, but you also have your teachers and the textbooks and all the resources I've given you. So if you have any questions, make sure you ask. You can ask in person, through email, or by commenting on this video.